Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of my nation, it's me, the Big E, the E-Dub, or simply put, your favorite uncle, Ian Haynes, live via the power of a random thought. And yes, random thoughts are going to happen from time to time, but I've had this one going for a day or two. It's based off of a term, analogy, whatever you want to call it. Simply goes, you have champagne taste on a beer budget. For those of you, this is the first time you've heard it, what does that mean? Well, simply put, champagne taste on a beer budget, you want the finer things in life, but you don't got the finances to back it. And people can say, I'm not a victim of this, and I will point at somebody who's lying out their teeth. Because everybody wants something a little nicer than they can afford. Whether it is a phone, whether it is a television, jewelry, alcohol, it just depends. And in today's society, it seems like we all fall prey to consumerism, which kind of feeds this champagne taste on beer budget. The worst offenders of this, and I am not innocent of this, I have fallen into this little, I call it, trap of a three-letter term, rent to own. Honestly, I think this is probably the biggest scam ever devised in the business world, but again, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. They all stink. This is my opinion. Rent to own is a scam because if you take your time, take the money that you're paying into this item week to week, month to month, whatever, you could save up for this item and pay so much less. As an example, from my experience, I rent to own a laptop. It was supposed to be a brand new laptop. It was a used laptop. And on top of all this, and when I finally returned it, they say, hey, you have a credit. I'm like, cool, how do I use this credit? And apparently, if you have X amount of dollars, in my case it was over $1,000, you can't get it back. You have to go through their system, rent to own something else, and eventually that credit will be added to whatever you're renting. The detail they're leaving out, the hugest detail they're leaving out, you cannot rent to own with the credit something brand new out the box, which that alone I think is a scam. I think everything they have there is a refurbished. So, if you want to use this credit, you have to hope they have what you want in the back used. Simply put, something somebody else couldn't pay for so that you can use your credit because you return the item. Which, honestly, that is the biggest load on the face of the planet. If you don't want to go through that system and you have paid in X amount of dollars and you don't want to go through that system again, you're out the money. Even in the long run, if you get like a TV, game system, whatever, you're going to pay 2 to 3 times more on top of what the item costs. So this whole credit thing and whole rent to own, might as well just take me to dinner and then bend me over, because it's horrible. At least I'll get a meal out of it. This, I'm just getting bent over and I don't even know what the heck's happening. It's part of society. It's horrible. I know a lot of people who are in this cycle. I luckily got out of the cycle. If you're in the rent-to-own cycle, more power to you if you can pull it off. If you can't, I'm sorry. I'm in it too. It sucks. But hey, I'm not going to name any companies. I'm not going to downplay any companies. That's the way they make their bread and butter. That's the way some people out there can afford to get the nicer things, the bigger TVs they want, the flat panels, the computers, the laptops, in some cases the cell phones, the tablets, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out of the system. I'm done with the system. The credit can go away. I don't care. They're not my buddies anymore. So, yeah. Something I figured I'd get out there. See what your opinion are. The people. The power of the people. See what you guys think. Is it a messed up system? Is it a sad way of society going? Who knows? You tell me. Again, the comment section, beautiful thing. Thumb up the video, comment, tell me what you think. Is the rent-to-own thing a scam, a godsend, or just a horrible way for a company to make money? In my opinion, it's a horrible way for a company to make money, and it's a big scam. Well, I had to get that off my chest, had to voice an opinion. But hey, it's your favorite uncle, what do you expect? And as always, hey, peace and chicken grease. I'm out.